At this point on the agenda, it says there's an OCWM ministry team. Come. Skit. Oh my goodness.
Oh my. Here comes the sun.
Well, you know what they say, Mike? If you want the job, you've got to dress for the part. You know, I've been coming to the annual meeting for the last 3 or 4 years, and each time I recognize a whole new constellation of stars and rising stars. Can you tell us who they are? What that's all about?
Well, boy, is he abandoning the script or what? Every year, the OCWM ministry team reviews the giving patterns of all the congregations in the conference, and then they lift up those who have excelled in OCWM giving, either in total amount or in per capita giving, according to their membership numbers, or as a percentage of their local expenses budget.
Mike, I'm from another universe. What does OCWM mean?
Boy, are you throwing me a curve?
He's on the committee. Come on, what does OCWM mean?
Some people think it means our church wants money. But it actually means our church's wider mission.
So I guess it's only the biggest congregations that get recognized when you do all of these fancy measurements and things. You know, big is better, right? Big as the sun.
Actually, that's not true at all. It is true that it's mostly the bigger congregations that give the most to OCWM. But some of our smallest congregations have the best per capita giving or the highest percentage of their budget given to OCWM.
Really? But doesn't all of this recognition divide us into winners and losers? I mean, if you come to annual meeting and your congregation isn't recognized, isn't that a little bit depressing?
Well, it's certainly within the realm of possibilities that some people might see it that way. But the OCWM ministry team hopes that those congregations that have not been recognized will work harder to become like the star congregations that have been recognized. That's what rising star recognition is all about. If we see that a congregation is making progress, they don't have to be one of the top givers in any of the 3 categories. They just need to have made significant progress in any of those categories.
Oh, so this is like the Academy Awards, you know, lots of nominations and few real recognition of awardees.
Not at all. Don't think in terms of best movies or best actors when you think of stars. Think about the stars in the universe. There's too many to count. All of our congregations are capable of becoming stars. There's no limit. In fact, it's the hope of the OCWM ministry team that we have so many stars and rising stars that it becomes pointless to recognize a few congregations among the many who are already actively supporting our conference and our denominational ministries.
So it's not really a competition then. You're not trying to get congregations to compete against each other
Not
to
at
see
all.
which one of them is the best.
No, not at all. We're trying to celebrate those who are doing OCWM support well and to encourage those who are struggling with their commitment levels. We are one conference, after all. We are my conference, me and you. And it's only as we all work together to support our mutual ministries that we are able to thrive as individual congregations. We've developed a tool called Your OCWM Quotient to help all of our congregations to assess how they're doing with their OCWM giving. Every congregation will receive this tool along with their OCWM certificate right after this gathering is adjourned. Not adjourned, as soon as we take a break. Right.
Sounds great to me. I'm going to go back to my solar system with this amazing new tool and encourage them to discover what their what does OCWM stand for again? Their OCWM quotient tool. Boy, can we come up with a better name than that?
I'm not going to tell you who came up with that name.
I think we all need to take a really good look at our giving to our church's wider mission. Okay, this year's Rising Star. Well, let me start off by saying that we're going to be distributing by association all of those people that participated and gave to the OCWM. Your certificates are outside. The association representative will hand it to you along with this quotient tool. If there is a gold star on your OCWM certificate, that means you're being recognized as a star. If there is a silver star, which is still a pretty good kind of star, but if there is a silver star, you're just a rising star, up and coming. And if there's no star there, well, work hard and next year there'll be a star. So what I'm going to do is call out the associations. The representative will stand up. We ask them to wear a funny hat. If they don't have a funny hat, they'll probably just have a funny head. So we're starting off with Sally Dries with the Central, and their stars are Driesbach, Louisburg, St. John's, Louisburg, Himmels. Oh, when I say your name, just go, yeah! Start again. You ready? Driesbach, Louisburg. St. John's, Louisburg. Himmels, Riebuck. St. John's, Selinsgrove. That should be easy. Shout! New Covenant, Williamsport. And they have rising stars. A canoe camp. How can a canoe camp be a rising star? But the canoe camp of the United Church of Christ and the Disciples of Christ gave a significant amount of money. So thank you very much, the OCWM, and also Zion Stone Valley.
And in the Gettysburg Association, to pick up your certificate, you'll see Stephen Broach during the break out in the vestibule. And the Gettysburg stars are St. Jacob's, Glenville, Christ UCC, Cadorus, Trinity UCC, Gettysburg, Grace UCC, Hanover, and Trinity UCC, Hanover. The Rising Stars in Gettysburg Association are Zion UCC, Arendtsville, and St. James UCC, Littlestown.
And moving on to the Harrisburg Association, Don Wetzel will be giving out your certificates to all of the OCWM participants, but we recognize these stars. Faith United Church of Christ in Grantsville, Colonial Park, Harrisburg, Shared Ministry, Harrisburg, and the UCC in Hummelstown. And the rising stars are Pembroke, Harrisburg, and St. Thomas, Harrisburg.
Lancaster Association churches shall look for Chris Rankin and Fred Young out in the vestibule. The stars of Lancaster Association are Trinity UCC, East Petersburg, Christ UCC, Elizabethtown, Church of the Apostles, Lancaster, Hamilton Park, Lancaster, Salem, Rohrerstown, St. Luke's, Lancaster, is a rising star, and the other rising star is Peace, Denver.
And for the Lebanon Association, Don Mason will have your certificates we recognize as rising stars. Christ in Anvil, Salem and Campbelltown, Myerstown, UCC, Quentin, UCC, Gracie and R in Richland, and the rising, oh, I got one of them here, good. The rising stars, St. John's in Jonestown, and Hill United UCC, or Hill United Church of Christ in Lebanon.
And now Mercersburg, and you're going to see a star for your certificate. Mercersburg stars are First UCC Carlisle, Zion Reformed Chambersburg, Trinity UCC Fort Loudon, St. Paul's Mechanicsburg, Church of the Apostles Waynesboro, St. Paul, and the Rising Stars are St. Paul's UCC McConnellsburg and Zion UCC Newburgh.
Yeah, Northern OCWM participating churches received their certificates from Julie Home. And the Northern Stars, the Northern Stars. St. Peter's, Aaronsburg. Yay! St. John's, Spring Mills. St. John's, Spring Mills. St. Luke's, Lockhaven. Faith State College. Yeah. And St. John's in Logantown. Rising Stars. Oh, they have 3 Rising Stars. Salem, Spring Mills. St. Peter's, Rebersburg. And Salona in Mill Hall.
Okay, and the final constellation of stars comes from the York Association. You're going to see me and Libby, will you raise, you're looking for that hat. We are the White Rose Association. The stars in the York Association: St. Paul's UCC Stoverstown, Emmanuel York, Heidelberg York, Mount Zion York, Shiloh York. Rising stars are St. Paul's Dallastown, Dover, St. John's Red Lion, Faith UCC York, and Trinity Glen Rock.
And thank you all for your support of our church's wider mission.
Thank you.